I know I'm a bit late to this, but I wanted to talk about Crew 1 shutting down. It's one of the worst things that has happened in video gaming history. I'm telling you, I just am so bummed out about it. It's one of my favorite racing games, and I bet that a lot of other people watching this video love that game dearly. So I just wanted to make this quick video explaining what the hell happened. Ubisoft has disrespected its customers over and over and over again, and they keep getting away with it. That's now how the world works. You can't bite off the hand that feeds you. You've taken a really big game away from everybody. That was amazing. That was miles better than whatever they put out later on. 12 million players have bought that game, and a lot of other people were active on the game, including myself. You took away not only the game, but the memories everybody else has made playing those games. I was gonna make a video about Ubisoft, that how they make innovative games and stuff like that, but apparently they keep doing dumb, messed up stuff. Like, how can I defend anything that they do? Like, their actions are insane. I don't know the people who are making these decisions in Ubisoft, and how can they think that this is a really good idea to do this and just get away with it? You've not only taken the game away, but taken memories people have made. You know, there are some people who've played these games with their fathers, and they've lost their fathers, and now they don't even have a single player mode to come back to remember their memories they had with their father, or one of their family members, or their friends. It is, I consider it as if it's a heinous crime to take something away so precious somebody has, like memories. So basically what Ubisoft has done is stole property that other people own. It was not there. They never mentioned anything like that in their, when I was buying the game. I never found out like, oh, this is gonna shut down in this long. Like, they should have told us at least, so we would be like, oh, hey, this is what bound to happen. It's extremely shameful, and it is infuriating to not only me, but I think the whole gaming community and racing community combined. Ubisoft is literally losing credibility, respect, and customers by their actions, and somebody needs to keep a check on that. Now, I love Ubisoft for a bunch of reasons, but this is not the way to do things, dude. Like, if anybody from Ubisoft is listening, like, you guys need to change your policies. You guys need to step up and actually think about the gamers that actually feed you guys, that actually make the company run, because we're the consumers, and you gotta respect the consumers. If you can't, then your company is gonna just die eventually. Whoever is making decisions at Ubisoft has to think for themselves and their company as well, because they're literally biting off the hand that feeds them. And it is extremely against consumer rights, because you're selling a product and you're taking it away as if it's yours. Like, bro, I paid my hard-earned money. Everybody else paid their hard-earned money in cash and whatever not to buy this game, no matter how much it costed. But, you know, you just took it away. You just deleted it. Instead of like being like, hey, thank you for the community and creating a single mode for that game, they just didn't do anything about it. And I guess we need to take a stand, because if this continued happening, we will basically get companies taking our games left and right, and I'm not okay with that. There's a guy who's trying to stand up against this whole madness, and I really want everybody who's watching this video to support that guy, in his mission to save video games. Video game preservation is very important, because people have spent thousands of hours on a game. They have memories with those games, and most of all, they bought those games with their money. And if the company takes it away from you and you have no say in it, then it is literal theft. So I really urge you guys to go help support the cause and fight this as much as you guys can. And they have the audacity of presenting the Crew Motorfest or the Crew 2 like, hey, play this is better. Like, I don't care. Personally, I think Crew 1 is superior than the Crew 2. Adding planes or boats to a racing game is a cool idea, but you can't just take away something that is totally different. Crew 2 is basically a copy of Forza, like, hey, let's go, we're gonna have a racing event, That's what's happening, and no, I don't want that. Okay, I like the dark and gritty story-driven game. The tonal shift in Crew 2 was insane. I mean, I'm not saying by any stretch that it's a bad game. It's a really good game. I still play it to this day. But it's a different tone. Crew 1 is a crime game. That's why there's cops in there. That's why there's illegal street racing. For some reason, I don't know if anybody would agree with me, but I enjoy the driving model of the Crew 1 more than the Crew 2. So it was just better. Miles better. The graphical representation of that game, the visuals, the fidelity, everything about that game was just top tier. Now, graphically speaking, Crew 1 is far superior than the Crew 2. The amount of detail everything had, the lighting, everything in the Crew 1 seemed very grounded as compared to Crew 2, which really looks cartoonish, in my opinion. Not only that, they removed a lot of things from Crew 2, like they had Hope County in Crew 1. They had the Shoreline Fair that they totally removed. There was an airport in Chicago that they removed in the Crew 2. There was the military base they removed from the Crew 2. A lot of buildings from Chicago were removed. If you see the side-by-side comparison, it is mind-blowing, like how different Chicago looks in the Crew 2. It doesn't even seem like Chicago, it's just like a random-ass place with random-ass buildings. Like it's lost character. And don't even get me started on talking about the fun I had during police chases in this game. The police chases it's really good, like driving across America, just getting cops after you, like left and right. You're driving to Vegas to Miami. Insane. It was good, clean fun. But they took that away. They went to the quote-unquote play it safe, play it like Forza and stuff like that, and they just messed it up. So I think a lot of people were upset about that. A lot of Crew 1 fans were upset about that. Now again, as I said, I'm not hating on Crew 2, but I'm just talking about the tonal shift. Both games had different tones, and they have different tones, and there's nothing wrong with it. But if they have different tones, why would you remove one and just give us like, hey, you enjoy this happy, bright colored tone? I don't like it. I don't want it. No, don't take that game away from me. At least give me a single player mode. That's the best way you can respect me, so I can at least play the story mode. But no, Ubisoft didn't even try to create a single player mode. Also, there were screenshots that showed that Crew 1 was supposed to be single player, or at least it had a single player mode in works or something, but it never really came into intuition. And besides, when you play the tutorial, you're literally playing it's like solo. Like you're not playing with multiplayer people at all. So you're basically disconnected with the rest of the world, and you're just playing it in a single player lobby or something. So yeah, they could have done it, but they never did. They have the source code, okay? If Ubisoft tried, they could have done it. They just didn't do it. They just didn't want to. And then if you see the world details in the Crew 1, the world feels way more authentic and alive compared to the Crew 2. There are literal trams and trains that you can witness in Miami, in other parts of America in the Crew 1. But in Crew 2, if you go to Miami right now, you won't be able to find a single tram, and you would be like, what the heck is this? Like, it's an empty... It pisses me off, okay? I'm really pissed off, so... Speaking of details, like when you go and modify your cars in the garage, every single part disjoins from the car. It wasn't necessary, but people put time in that and effort in that to make it look really cool. And you can see like individual engine parts and stuff. It's so good. It's so good. It was created by love with passionate people, But Ubisoft, being Ubisoft, just doesn't care. The only thing that they care about is money at this point. That's all I'm going to say. It pisses me off. Also, if you want me to talk about Motorfest, I'm not going to talk about it. It's a wreckfest, okay? Motorfest is one of the worst games. One of the worst games that have come out. Racing games. I just don't like it, okay? Especially because I'm really bummed out about, at the moment especially, like I'm really bummed out about Crew 1 shutting down. the map being very small and compressed is basically, if I had to pick and choose if I want to play Motorfest or Forza, I will definitely go for Forza because it's a way better game. It's way more polished. Like Forza, I'm talking about Forza being polished. It's insane. It's it's also a buggy mess at some point, but it's way better than the Crew Motorfest. One of the reasons why Crew was very famous and I personally bought it and played it was because of the map size. The condensed America cities and stuff like that. It was like a theme park version of America. And I used to drive around. I loved driving around that game world. It was super fun. But now with Motorfest, it's just like compressed the map, and it's just like, bro, what the hell is this? Like, I want a bigger map to drive on. I want to go to Vegas. I want to go drive to Miami from Vegas. I want to drive to New York from Miami. Like, they took that away. They could have done that, but they didn't. Which is like, I don't know what they're doing. That's the main formula that sold Crew in the first place. Having all of America compressed in one map. It's a really ambitious thing to have, and they did it. They did it, and they just moved away from it, and they went to Motorfest. Like, what are they thinking? What are they even thinking at this point? But all in all, I just want every single one of you, I want the gamers, the gaming community, to stand up to this madness. Because it's a very serious situation, even though we have a lot of things going on around the world, which is, it seems like a first world problem. But, again, if you bought something, you should own it, and you have to fight for your rights. We need to stand up. We need to stop this madness, because if we don't, the companies and developers and production studios are going to take benefit of that, and we're going to be screwed, okay? So we really need to take a stand. We need to take action, and we have to do something about it before it's too late. And also, I want to shout out the modding community generally the modding community everywhere is just amazing, be it Watch Dogs or Grand Theft Auto games or Bethesda games or whatever you call it. But there are some modders who are trying to bring the game back to life, so I wish them well. I hope that they figure it out somehow. But yeah, at the end of the day, at this point, I've lost hope in pretty much every single dev studio, because like at the end of the day, they release messy games and the modders end up fixing the games, or they end up cleaning up the messes that they make. So I salute you modders, you're just amazing, and I hope you figure it out. Get the Crew 1 back, because I know Ubisoft won't, even if we try hard enough, because they're idiots to begin with. I'm so sorry again. I'm extremely pissed off because I have really good memories with that game, and I can't drive around in Miami no more. It drives me crazy, bro. Yeah, it's really sad. It is what it is, but we need to take a stand. But yeah, I just wanted to record this video because I thought it was a very important topic to talk about, and I wish we can make a change. So, yeah. I hope you have a lovely day, everyone, and peace.